So I guess we're not having class. Tane. Altana.
Altana.
Hi, Dr. How are you?
Hey, Kate, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Everything's great, thank
Thanks
you.
for being here today.
All right.
What's up, brother?
Hi, how are you? Hi.
Yeah, good to see you again. How are you? Yeah.
All right, we ready?
Yeah?
No, about that. That's perfect. That's what you're supposed to do.
You got me.
Hey, birthday person.
Kate, how you
I can
doing?
dig it.
Good, busy but good.
Good to see you.
Ariel.
Hi, Marby.
Good morning, everybody. Got very quiet here, Mike.
Something we said. Never seen so many cameras before, so this is new for me.
Exactly.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rowan College of Burlington County, #1 community college in New Jersey, home of the region's first 3+1 program. We are, and I am thrilled to welcome Governor and First Lady Murphy to our campus for a conversation on a very critical issue, and that is college affordability. To start us off, I'm going to ask Ambar from the New Jersey Council of County Colleges, who served on the governor's transition team, to provide some remarks.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, President COC. Good morning, everybody. A big thank you to Greg Volpe and his team to pull this off very quickly. My name is Sivaraman Anbar for short. I'm the Executive Director for New Jersey Community College Consortium for Workforce and Economic Development. First off, a huge welcome to Governor Murphy, First Lady Tammy Murphy, and all the students who have the privilege of attending Rowan College at Burlington County. I first met Governor Murphy in October 2015 at Rutgers Heritage Center in New Brunswick. The consortium had won a multi-year grant from U.S. Department of Labor to assist long-term unemployed workers in New Jersey to retool themselves and gain access to employment. What I had not known was that the Philip and Tammy Murphy Family Foundation had accompanied in setting up the New Start Career Network with exactly the same mission. Since then, I have followed the Murphy's journey. I'm proud to say that the family is a true inspiration to me and so many others. Governor Murphy often says his family was middle class on a good day, living paycheck to paycheck, stretching out whatever money they may have had. But that did not stop him from pursuing his dreams. His mother believed strongly in the importance of education, and he carries that passion today, which transcends into the policies both in K-12 and post-secondary sectors. Governor Murphy has made his mission to make college education affordable to all in New Jersey because he knows firsthand how difficult it was for him to put himself through college. The burden of student loans today can quickly impact a student's decision as to whether they will attend college or not. Community colleges play a huge role in our state. They offer each individual an opportunity to succeed, whether they attend full-time, part-time, or work during the day and attend classes at night. All throughout his campaign, Governor Murphy spoke about a fair economy for all. He strongly believes that education is an investment in our children that will pay dividends in the future. His vision for free community college is not far-fetched. Other states have taken action to ensure that all our children have access to affordable or free post-secondary education, which is required in earning middle wages in today's economy. It should be this simple. If you do not yet have a degree or the means to pay for colleges, your tuition should be affordable or even better, free. It is my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce the 56th Governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy.
Thank you, Ambar. So thank you, Ambar, for your very warm words and for all the good work that you do. You have been, as you have said, you're someone who we've gotten to know over the past several years. And I credit you with giving me a lot of the insight and inspiration. I want to also thank Michael today for hosting us. To you and your team here. This is not my first visit here.
No.
I visited, I think, last August. We did a town hall here. I had previous to that been at Rowan's main campus and had really gotten into the weeds of the relationship, the 1 + 1 = 3 opportunity you have when you combine what Rowan is doing with the county college here in Burlington County, and there is that 1 + 1 = 3 opportunity and potential, which you all are taking advantage of. We got a bunch of students here who are going to, I hope, attest to that today. Particularly Freeholder Director Kate Gibbs is here, so thank you for being such a good host here in the county. One of my favorite people in New Jersey is 3 to my left. By the way, I have to say you're trumped by the person on my left. That's right. Senator Troy Singleton, who's a very good friend and an outstanding legislator who cares deeply and passionately about educational matters. I'm really thrilled to have the students here with us today. I got the First Lady to my left. Our youngest son and child, Sam Murphy's tagging along with us today. Dr. Aaron Fitchner is here and is congratulations as the new president of the New Jersey Council of County Colleges. Is this your first full week?
It is.
So,
Day.
so far, so good?
So far, so good.
Good, that's good.
Great day.
Looking forward to working with you. Looking forward to working with you. This is our 21st day on the job, so we're going to pull rank and seniority on you. So far, so good. I have to get this off my chest. We're in Eagles country. Again, I've said it publicly. I've said it privately. Congratulations to the Eagles and all their fans. Make sure everybody's careful on Thursday at the parade. But why are you looking at me? But that was probably the craziest football game I've ever watched. So I salute the winners. I won't go on. As Anbar said, the passion we have for the county colleges, for the community college notion in this state is, I think, well known. It's not the only primary source I would direct folks to. By the way, professors here as well, representatives of the faculty and staff here. I want to also give you all a shout out in addition to the great students. There's a report that McKinsey wrote over the summer called Reseeding the Garden State, as in R-E-S-E-E-D-I-N-G, like it was your garden. And it basically comes up with essentially it says New Jersey was dealt a great hand. We've frittered that hand away in many respects, but we have a chance to regain that hand, regain the strength of that hand. And they've got if you do the following 4 things, you have the ability to regain that great hand that we were dealt. One of them, importantly, is specifically directed at county and community colleges and the middle skills, the so-called middle skills band in our economy. That if we get the innovation economy going again, we will have a gap in our workforce unless we do what you all are doing here, which is to double down on the sorts of things you're doubling down on. And if we do that, that's a potential game changer positively for us. So we believe that, not just in the innovation economy, but certainly in the innovation economy. We believe that with all our hearts. And we want to work with you all in order to achieve that aspiration. And a big part of that, as Michael said, and he has lived in it. If you look at his resume, he's come up on the affordability side of the equation. A big piece here is going to be whether or not we can make colleges like this affordable and accessible. The federal government, thankfully, puts a lot of money disproportionate to four-year colleges into the community college arena, which means if you talk about free community college for all, which sounds like, oh my Lord, that's a big sticker shock. And in fact, we think it's about a $200 million annual investment or expense. And I can't think of a better way to spend that money than to try to achieve that aspiration. I'm not sure we can get there tomorrow, but that's an objective that as we look out on our horizon as a state, we believe that that's something that we should jump all over. I also would just say, in the students sitting up here with us today, I'm incredibly honored to sit with you in particular. If you want to see the diversity of this great state, we are the most diverse state in the nation by many measures. Come to a school like this and walk around the campus for a little bit. We pulled up in a car today, but when I was here the last time, I had the chance to hang out, and it screams of the diversity that this great state has. So I salute Rowan College at Burlington and everything, Michael, you and your team, your faculty and staff, especially the students. I want to thank again, Kate, for your leadership in county government. Troy, you as an outstanding leader. And Bar, thank you for your support and your wisdom. And I want to, with that, turn it over to the First Lady, Tammy Murphy.
Well, thank you, Phil, and thank you to everyone for taking part today, especially Rowan at Burlington for hosting this. I am particularly happy that Sam Murphy's in the house. So, Sam, glad you're with us today.
Sam's school goes on beyond the 12th grade. That's what I'm actually. That's the big headline here today for you.
It's places like this where connections for both a stronger and a fairer economy are created, and the importance of community college in providing a cost-effective way for younger students to gain the skill set they need to enter the workforce, and older students to go back to school and hone their skills so they can be effective contributors to the workforce. So I would say community colleges have really been the great equalizer over time. Being so close to the ground level, community colleges are often the places where trends in employment and in student needs are first felt. They can be the places where we can proactively point the direction in which we want to take our state down the road. There are immediate real-world implications for this concept. For example, last week we laid out a very aggressive agenda for New Jersey's energy future, one built on clean energy from renewable forms like solar and wind energy, wind power. These jobs that we create in the new energy sector are exactly the kinds of jobs that a stronger investment in our community colleges and our workforce development can lead to. We will need a skilled workforce that understands the technology that can build a turbine or install a solar array. We will need a workforce that can excel in advanced manufacturing, and we hope to have these components built in new factories here in New Jersey.
You bet.
Employers are going to go where they know they can find the skilled workforce that they need to make these ideas a reality, and New Jersey must be that place, and our community colleges are going to be at the forefront of that endeavor. So with that, I would like to cede the floor to Brian O'Neill. He's over here.
Brian O'Neill.
He is a psychology major, an Eagle Scout, I'm told a Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society member, yes, and a participant in the 3+1 program. So yes. Brian, over to you.
All right. Hello, thank you for having us, first of all.
Tilt the microphone
yes,
towards you a little bit. There you go.
Thank you for having us. This is a great opportunity for each and every one of us. Yes, I am a psychology major. I just enrolled in the 3+1 program in the fall when it opened up for us. So I came into community college not knowing what I wanted to do at all. I was unsure of my path, where I wanted to go professionally. I started off as a fire science major, thinking about possibly going into the forest fire service. I switched to liberal arts because it is a transferable degree, and I figured my four-year school could give me my path. But then once I started, I was able to acquire employment here as a student worker. So once I found that employment, I was able to find my path. I want to go into higher education, so I want to work as an admissions counselor and advising an academic advisor in a higher education institute. So once I was able to acquire that position, I found my path. I talked to everybody that works here. Psychology is a very good degree to go with, and with the opportunity that 3+1 presented to me, I was able to go through with that and hopefully continue my education to Rowan University. It's my second year here, so I will be graduating with my associates in the spring semester, and I will move on to my junior year from there, and then go to Rowan and graduate, hopefully anticipating 2020 as my degree for my bachelor's degree. So college itself, for me financially, it's an affordable college. Obviously, it's not a 4-year school, but I struggle still, even with the lowest tuition in the state. I do still struggle. My parents are supporting me as much as I can. My father helps pay for my tuition. He has to work 2 jobs to pay for my tuition, and I pay him back, so they don't have to worry about any interest or anything like that. I pay him back 50 to 75%, depending on what we need. And my future, I'm probably going to take out loans. So obviously, it's very stressful for all of us because we don't want to be doing this our entire lives, and everybody has some type of loan debt. But I also want to get to where I want to be. So I want to get a master's degree in higher education. So I know I have a long path. But for now, I see my classmates, all of us. We're really passionate about what we have here. We're really passionate about what we get to receive. And although we do have a lot of struggles, we're very lucky to have the opportunity that we have here.
Well said. Where's your hometown again?
I'm from Southampton Township.
All right. You mentioned loans. I'll speak for myself. As Ambar said, I grew up working poor or middle class on a good day. I paid loans off till into my 30s. But I have to say it was reasonable. These were reasonable payments. It didn't put you behind a giant 8 ball that you know in the most productive years of your life where you're suffocating with student loan repayments. So well said. God bless you and your folks. Altena, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing
I think
well,
you're up
thank
next,
you.
right?
Yes. My name is Altena West, or Tane. I am originally from Austin, Texas.
Oh my Lord.
And
Austin city limits.
That's right. Live music capital of the world.
Yeah.
Immediately upon graduating high school, I went to Austin Community College. But in order to afford that, I was working 2 jobs, and I had been working since I was 14, and I was really frustrated with school after trying to do that. So I quit school, I quit my jobs, and I moved across the country to Seattle. We fast forward almost a decade later, I met my husband, who is a pilot for the Air Force, and 2 years ago we moved up here because he is stationed at McGuire Air Force Base, and I took the opportunity to go back to school. So I've been at RCBC, this is my 4th semester, going into my 2nd year, and I would not be able to afford college if it weren't for this school. My mother-in-law is helping me with tuition, but with the money that I've saved up over the last few years, I'm luckily able to support myself otherwise. So, thank you.
Honored to have you. What do you focus? What's your concentration?
Criminal justice, law and justice. I don't know the politics and the way they are these days.
There are no politics in New Jersey. It's a politics-free
I
zone.
voted for you.
Oh, bless you. I can shut the whole program down.
I don't know if I'm hoping to maybe write policy or get into politics somehow.
Right.
So.
So criminal justice reform, just
Yeah.
not to go off on a tangent,
Yeah.
is a big passion and focus of ours as well. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Devin, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm very well.
My name is Devin Spedden. I am a photography major. Not gonna lie, college really was my first thought. When I first started, I've been here 3 years, I wanna say, going on 3 years about. I changed my major quite a few times. It definitely wasn't my first thought, coming out of high school, being in a home with a single mom, you know what I mean? Affording college wasn't really like on my mind, you know what I mean? So when I came here, I took the test and stuff, and they told me that I was able to afford it with financial aid. I didn't know how all that stuff worked in high school. I didn't know how I was able to afford it and things like that. I think that really helped me out. I was a music major when I first got here. I love music. I still love music. I think music makes the world go around, honestly. Like, I don't know what we do without music, honestly.
Amen to that.
Like,
Do you mind if I start singing?
Yeah. I like the program here, but I always knew something else for me. And then I looked into photography a little bit, and I really fell in love with it. I really grew to love it a lot. And I think it really helped me get through the things that I was going through in my life, you know what I mean, at the time. So I think that tuition-free college would definitely help a lot, especially people like me, people that don't consider college coming out of high school thinking that they can't afford it. Oh, I can't do this, I'm going to be in debt, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to do this, so I'm not even going to try, you know what I mean? So I feel like the people like that, people like me, it would definitely help those people want to, be encouraged to go to college and want to do this kind of stuff. So
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Pemberton Township High School.
Got it.
Yes, I loved every year. Every year was definitely awesome.
Great.
I'm still loving school right now. I can't say enough how much I love being here.
That's huge.
It's definitely helped my life. I don't know where I'd be right now if I wasn't in school right now. So
That's great.
It's being recorded. I like that.
That's great. Thank you very much for not just being here and your passion, but for saying what you said.
thank you.
Freeholder Director, how are you?
Thank you. I'm well, thank you. So thank you so much, Governor Murphy and First Lady Murphy. Thank you so much for being here at Rowan College of Burlington County. This is a special place for me. I was a trustee here at RCBC during as we entered into the partnership with Rowan University. So when I first started as a trustee, it was BCC, Burlington County
Right.
College, and then we entered into this innovative partnership and were able to provide these pathways for access to affordable education. And it's something that's really very personally important to me. Similar to you, I grew up with a single mother who was a total rock star, and I don't know how she did it. And she gave us everything that we could have needed and wanted, but there wasn't anything left for savings for college. And both, neither of my parents, neither of my grandparents, my siblings did not go to school, but it was something very important to me. And so I was able to get scholarships and take out loans, and I graduated with my undergraduate degree with well into 6 figures of debt. In 2008 when the economy crashed.
Oh my Lord.
So,
What
so
time?
I complete. It wasn't that long ago, and hearing these stories from students here, and to see that some part of what I was able to be a part of helping as a trustee and now as a freeholder, the investments that we made here at RCBC.
Yep.
We're sitting in our new student success building. We have the 3+1 program, and we're doing all of this at the same time while keeping tuition the lowest in the region, and without putting a property tax burden on our county taxpayers. We've been able to cut taxes while making the investments we are here. And so being able to prepare our workforce for the jobs of today and tomorrow, make sure that our business community here have the workforce that they need to be successful, and to make sure that students, like the ones that are sitting here today, have that access and don't graduate school with the mortgage-sized payments of student loans that I still pay and will continue to pay. I ended up going back and getting my master's and adding some more student debt on top of that. But I truly believe that all of you who are investing in yourselves, it's the one investment that you will never regret and you can always get returns on. So we're really proud here of our 3+1 program. We've seen enrollment numbers really, we're having immediate impact. And so we've seen enrollment increase in the past 2 consecutive semesters. We have 314 students now enrolled in junior courses, and 323 more students who are committed to the program who will begin as junior year, and another 400 who have expressed interest in getting into the program. So we're seeing that in a very short time, we're seeing interest, we're seeing that it's bringing in additional folks to this campus. And so going forward, something that we would respectfully urge you to support is legislation that's currently making its way through the legislature, which is Bill S-869, which ensures that a student who is admitted into any 3+1 degree program would not jeopardize eligibility for state tuition aid grants. And this bill would also permit other community colleges in the state to create their own 3+1 programs, as we've done here at RCBC. We're proud of our leadership here in Burlington County, and we hope that we can work with you in the future on making this a reality other places.
Thank you for all of that. Where did you and Mom grow up?
Down in Camden County and Haddon Township.
Yeah. And you got your master's immediately after college, or did you?
No, I worked first, and then I went back. Yeah.
Incredible story. Thank you again for hosting us. I think we're going to, before we go back to students, we're going to hear from Senator Singleton. Is that right, Michael?
Of course.
I know you've got to run a little bit earlier, so
Thank you.
Great to have you here.
Governor, thank you. And I do apologize because I do have to run, but I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to once again welcome you to Burlington County, to RCBC. My wife, who's a adjunct faculty member here, made sure to tell me that I say that, or else I can't go home. So I'll make sure I do that. First and foremost, as the governor's talked about, and I've heard him say repeatedly, our greatest asset here in the state of New Jersey is our human capital. And these programs that we see here at RCBC and all across the education curriculum, the many divergent paths to see folks go ahead and achieve, really supports that investment that we believe is our greatest asset, which is each and every one of our students and those who continue to seek education as the great equalizer in our society. As a kid who grew up just a town over in Willingboro, New Jersey, I'm fully cognizant about what education can mean and the doors it can open. And Governor, your commitment, and First Lady, your commitment to ensuring that each and every child, regardless of their zip code, regardless of their educational status, regardless of any of their family circumstances, have the same opportunity to move forward and achieve their piece of the American dream through education. It's a testament to you and the First Lady's character. It's a testament to the shared belief that those of us in the legislature hold dear. And honestly, to hear, and I'm gonna brag a little bit here about Burlington County, to the collaboration between our county government, Rowan University, and this institution. Because this endeavor was really forward thinking when it happened. And now we're trying to see other schools sort of come together and do that. So Governor, once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for your leadership on this issue. I'm particularly cool to hear that my friend Brian over there is coming to RU as a fellow Rowan University grad, the real RU. I know it gets my Rutgers friends upset when I say that, but I'm incredibly biased about Rowan University, and don't shy away from that. So Governor, once again, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you, Senator. Always an honor to have you, and good luck on I know you got a lot going on today, so give him heck out there.
Yes, sir.
Ariel, I think you're up next.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. My name's Ariel Dennis. I'm from Hainsport Township. This is my first semester here. I am a freshman, and my major is fashion design. As far as affordability, I'm able to afford tuition here through EOF and financial aid. EOF has definitely been a big part of my freshman experience here. It showed me leadership skills and how to go about certain things. If EOF wasn't here, I wouldn't be where I am as a person today, I believe. RCBC has also showed me leadership skills, as well as I am a student worker here, and as a freshman it is a lot to take in, like college, high school to college. Yep. But it's definitely showed me leadership skills.
What is your job?
I'm enrollment management student services, excuse me.
How's that going? Right?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm learning different things. But as far as affording, if I didn't have financial aid in EOF, I would not be able to accomplish what I have. And also working here, it helps provide savings for me as well as books and moving on, because I did choose to go here because I planned to transfer. But it made sense to start here. I'm very glad that I did.
And you said fashion is your
fashion design.
Fashion?
Also a club president of a fashion club here.
Great. Fantastic. One personal note, again, I don't want to keep going down the road of the several of us up here have been there and done that, which is true. It happens to be the case. But I worked for all 4 years in college, and at one level I dreaded it because I had to go to work in addition to studying and extracurricular. I was a theater guy, so in addition to trying out for the play or whatever, upon reflection, it was really good discipline.
Yes, it is.
So I'm not sure I can remember a whole lot of what I learned in a whole variety of courses, but I remember darn well going to work. And for what it's worth, it's hard to juggle.
Yes.
Particularly as you said, you're just coming out of high school. This is all of a sudden boom. But upon reflection, at least, it was something that stuck with me.
Yeah, it's worth it. I love
Great
it.
to have you today.
Thank you.
Alexis, how are you?
Hi, my name is Alexis Petty, and I'm from Riverside.
From where are you from?
Riverside.
Got it.
I went to high school there, and while I was in high school, I really didn't know. I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know what college to look at, and I didn't really feel like I had time to look at colleges. So I actually took a year off because also knowing that I had a lot of schooling to do, I took a year off. I want to become a physical therapist, so right now my degree is liberal arts, and I'm planning to transfer out, actually, hopefully by the end of this semester. And
What semester are you in, sorry?
So it'll be my 4th semester
Got
here.
it.
And so when I took that year off, I did do other things. Like I went to massage therapy school, and I was unfortunately not able to pay for all of it because it's not part of accredited classes, I guess you could say.
Yep.
So I wasn't able to like, get student loans or anything like that for it. So I was not able to do that. But fortunately, like here, I was able to pick up my feet and get back into the school groove, and it was very eye-opening as well because I came from a small township, so coming here was like easier to deal with the culture shock more than going to a bigger university. And it's really helped because financial aid covers all of my tuition instead of covering it partly and not knowing where the my family is gonna get the other half of the money from.
Yep. Very well said. Wishing you well as you think through your transfer options. Marvy?
Hi.
Nice to have you with us.
Yeah, I'm Marvy Madrigal. I'm from New Egypt, so out of county, but Rowan College at Burlington County was just a very great option for me. But I'm a political science major, first generation, oldest of 5, so I have a whole example to set. So being first generation, college has never been something that my family has been familiar with. So being here is just, it was a lifeline for me for my education. I applied to multiple 4-year schools, but when reality came, it was hard. I couldn't afford to go to 4-year schools. So coming here, it gives me a chance to build up my resume, learn a bunch of skills. I actually, through RCBC, I got to intern for Troy Singleton, and I got to learn about local government and that whole process, and it was very exciting.
Your friend Hillary's in the back there.
Yes. Yeah. I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh. So RCBC has opened so many doors for me. Not only that, but helping me apply for internships outside for the summer and as such. They are just such a nice community, I would say. If I ever start slipping up on, I don't know what internships to apply for, or my second job is just taking too much, so okay, we'll help you out. Being a student worker here as well, they'll be like, we'll just cut back your hours here so you can focus on your grades. But it's the sense of community is real. Has helped me get through school. Through it all, it's just a great experience, and being as passionate I am about my education, RCBC has been great at helping me go through with it.
In your, what semester? I missed this semester.
This is my 3rd semester.
3rd semester.
Yeah. So that first semester of graduating from high school, I just didn't realize that college was an option.
Yep.
Yeah, so when I went and just said, okay, I'll just give it a try, see what RCBC can help me with, I realized that it was affordable through scholarships and financial aid. It's something I can afford, and it's just, I would say that first step towards getting a higher education.
Yep. Well, really well said. And you interned for Troy?
Yeah,
when?
Last semester.
Last semester. Okay.
Yeah, it's given me a great opportunity. Interning for Troy, or I volunteer at a local prison, and I tutor. It's being out of 4-year school, I don't think I could manage doing such things, but it's great.
Part of the reason why Troy is as good as he is, by the way, is he was a staffer for many years and saw through that prism, and I think it's made him, I'm going to put words in his mouth, I think he would say this if he were here, it made him an even better legislator. So we got a couple minutes here, just a quick buzzer round, is that all right? So a couple of questions for the students, and then maybe one last round for the rest of us. I also want to pull Aaron in for something. If you hadn't come here, Brian, where would you have gone?
I don't really know if I'd be in college right now if I didn't come here. High school, felt like there was so much pressure to go somewhere.
Yep.
That not having an answer to what you wanted to do wasn't an option.
Yep.
It seems like that's kind of what the environment was like coming out of high school. If I didn't come here, most likely I'd just be working, just in the workforce. I would probably be taking night classes. I wouldn't have been able to really afford much, and I really didn't know that I had these options or these opportunities that I've been open to here. I've never had, like Mary said, I've never had as much community.
Yep.
I've never had much opportunity as I've had here, and I've grown as a person professionally and educationally. So without this community college, I wouldn't have never found what I want to do with my life.
Yep.
And it's hard to believe where I would be at all. I would
Good
just
answer.
be working.
Tane, if you weren't here, what was the other choice, or was there another choice?
I would also be in the
same
workforce
place?
somewhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Devin, how about you?
I have to agree with them too. I would definitely be working. definitely wouldn't be here. Like I said, it wasn't a thought for me coming out of high school. Attending and affording college definitely wasn't a first thought for me. So being able to afford college definitely helps. So
Amen. Ariel, how about you?
I would
Sorry.
be I would be at like Rutgers University just trying to pay off the tuition, but this is my best choice because it's affordable and.
Yep. How about Alexis?
I would probably, hopefully, have had finished my massage therapy certification, and then from there, been a massage therapist.
I would have been in the workforce during.
You'd be working.
What that I'm not passionate about, so.
Okay, I'm going to ask others of us one quick question, but before I do, we're going to do one more buzzer round, starting this time, snaking this way. Where do you see yourself in either 5 or 10 years? So think about that for a minute or two. If you had a magic wand, it sounds like it's the bill you referred to, S869K. If you had a magic wand to make education, particularly community or county colleges, all they can be, is that what your wand would be?
No, I mean, this is one step towards making sure that students who are taking advantage of programs like this aren't disadvantaged by not being able to get other forms of aid or grants. So this is definitely an important step. You know, here in Burlington County, and for me personally, we want to make sure that everybody has access to affordable education and has opportunities. And everything I'm hearing here is that we've done that here in Burlington County, and these students are, you know, I feel so proud to be a part of that. So I don't know if there's a magic wand, but we all have the same goal. We want access to affordable education.
Great, well put. Michael, you've got a
magic
wand.
Can I see the magic wand?
Yeah, it's right down here somewhere. We left in the car.
Got it. Do you, I just want to thank you for coming here and talking about college affordability, you and the First Lady. It's something that Kate's history, my history, your own personal history, we've seen it. The students in the audience that shared their stories, student loans are serious business. Financial aid is serious business. Employment opportunities for students are serious business. I do want to co-sign that request on the legislative piece because it will help. You know, we're the first in the region, first in the state on the 3+1, and it's important. It's going to allow students an affordable path to a bachelor's degree.
Great, well said. And Bar, how about you? Magic wand.
Magic wand, I'd love to get the magic wand.
Yeah, we're trying to find it as we see.
So I'm a first generation immigrant from India, so all my schooling and college was provided free of charge by the government. So this idea is not too radical, but we have 325,000 students that the community colleges put through every year, and nearly 45% of them go on to four-year colleges to get degrees. And you heard today how difficult it is for the kids and the parents to bear the burden of the tuition, and any assistance by the state to help the New Jerseyans get to college and get the degree, and any other training. We provide a lot of workforce development training in the state to help people back to work. So all the help is very much appreciated.
Aaron, in your whopping 2 days on the job, actually a day and a little, what do you see as either your biggest challenge or your biggest opportunity?
I'd like to think about the opportunities. First of all, I want to thank you and the First Lady for your tremendous leadership on this important issue. I think it's clear to all of us that we're going to have to continue to build more pathways to economic opportunity, and we believe community colleges are well positioned, given all the work that's currently going on at all of our 19 colleges. So I think the students really are the best spokespeople for all the work that's going on at this college and colleges around the state. And so we look forward to working with you and your administration on a wide variety of ways to make college more accessible, make sure that people are learning what is valued in the workplace to build that skilled workforce that you and the First Lady talked about. So there's a lot of positive opportunities ahead for the working with you.
You know, I said this a lot in the campaign and transition, and I'll say it again now that we're in the seat. You know, who died, went to heaven, and said that every kid in America has access to a free education from K to 12, but not before K or after 12. I mean, the world has moved on from when those decisions were made. And so there are only, I think, 3 or 4 states on the one hand that have free community college in the country. And there are, I think, only 3 or 4 states that have free universal pre-K. Universal pre-K is a lot more expensive. Probably takes longer to get there, but that remains an aspiration. But I'd love to see our name on both of those lists. Okay, back to where do you see yourself in 5 before as we break here. Maribel, let's start with you.
Either Peace Corps or getting my master's and then going into the political scene since politics are my passion.
We should talk about that. If you had one country to go to in the Peace Corps, where would it be?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's like, I love South America, being Hispanic, just the whole the cultures of South America, the Hispanic, I just love it. Latin America is just great.
Sounds good. Alexis?
In 5 years, I would still be in school getting my my doctorate for physical therapy, and in 10, hopefully a very successful physical therapist.
That's a deal. In New Jersey, I hope.
Yes.
Okay. Ariel?
After my 4 years, I plan to maybe internship for a fashion company such as Adidas or Nike. I really want to be a creative designer for their company. So.
Love that answer. Love that answer. Devin, how about you, man?
5 to 10 years. I see myself hopefully getting my master's by then, if not having it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And definitely owning my own business. I would love to do that. My own photography business, freelance, you know, family portraits, weddings, you know, events, things like that. I would love to do that.
Sign us up, okay? We got a few years to go before the weddings, I hope. Kate, how about you?
It's hard for me to say because my husband is in the military, so I have no idea where I will be in the next 5 to 10 years. But hopefully in some way taking part in local politics or prison reform or, yeah.
What does he fly?
KC-10.
KC-10.
Yeah, refueler.
Thank him for his service from the rest of us. Brad, we'll round it out with you, man.
5 to 10 years, helping somebody in some way. Like Mary, I want to go into the Peace Corps. It's always been in my mind because just the ability to help others, same with academic advising or higher education in general, the ability to give back, whether it's to change somebody's academic life, like was done for me here, or to change somebody's life in another country, just to be able to give back for the support that I've received over 19 years I've been on this earth.
God bless you. And the same question I asked Maribel, give us what country you could see yourself in the Peace Corps.
I don't think I can answer that question. I am so passionate about traveling and passionate about giving back, so I would, Latin America for sure, somewhere in Latin America, but also possibly Africa or Europe, somewhere in Europe.
You know, one of the things it was never a remote possibility for me growing up that I would have any international, I don't think I went overseas until I don't think I went outside the United States until after I got a master's degree. And we had always said that one of the objectives we had was to have a period of time when our kids could spend it outside the United States, not just for the experience, but to better appreciate what we have in the United States when you're not here and you're looking at it from across an ocean.
Yeah.
And I think I don't want to put words in Sam or his two brothers and sisters' mouths, but I think that really resonated deeply. So I want to thank Michael. Thank you again for being such a gracious host to us today. It's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to coming back a lot more. Kate, thank you.
Thank you.
I love coming to Burlington County, and appreciate not just your service and being here today, but your passion for accessible and affordable education. Ambar, as always, thank you for your thought leadership. And to the faculty, to the staff here, Aaron, wishing you well, and most importantly, to extraordinary students, both up here and all around this campus. Thank you all for being here.
Awesome.
So nice to meet